Good evening, everyone. I'm Dr. Rohan Khandelwal, your Marrow Surgery faculty, and it's an absolute honor to be introducing Dr. Shloka to all of you. She secured rank 3 in the recently conducted INI-CET exam. This was the first attempt, and in her first attempt, she's got this amazing rank. Heartiest congratulations, Dr. Shloka.
Thank you so much, sir.
How does it feel? How many times did you check the result before finally accepting that you have got this rank?
A minimum of 10 times, I guess.
And who told you about the result?
It actually came in the WhatsApp group. The PDF directly came in the WhatsApp, so I just directly checked from there.
Perfect. And how's the feeling in the home? I think so your parents are around if they could also join us and they could also share their views.
Yeah, I can call them. Hello.
Congratulations, ma'am and sir. Congratulations. Great result. How does it feel?
Very nice. Perfect. We are proud of us.
So what
An amazing
Gujarati mithai is coming?
Yeah, sorry.
What Gujarati mithai is coming home tonight?
So whatever you say.
I am a huge fan of Mohan Dal, but whatever Shloka likes, I think so that should come. Great. So, ma'am and sir, I would want to know from you that she's been studying so hard and this was her first attempt. Please tell us, few salient points about her personality and how she was studying, which made her achieve this great rank in the first attempt. Because I think so, other parents and other students would want to know that.
So she actually, her personality, she is very sincere, very serious about her studies. Nothing can beat her hard work, sir. We saw her doing so much hard work. You can say she has sacrificed many of her hobbies even. Studies was always
Okay.
her priority since she was in schools. And I can say that she sutured her dreams to achieve this thing.
Perfect, perfect. And Shloka, let's do it the other way. How has the support system helped you to get this rank? And I always tell students that it's not an individual attempt. It actually requires an entire set of family, friends, along with the individual effort to achieve this. So, what has been the role of your parents, your friend circle, your support group in shaping you towards this rank?
So definitely, I couldn't have achieved this alone. I'm really blessed. Like my family and my friends, they were the ones who kept me sane during this prep. Like especially the last 1.5 month was really intense because a lot of exams were coming up, a lot of mock GTs were going on. So yes, they've been there. Like they have been my strongest support. And I was lucky enough that my internship got over about 1.5 months ago. So I was able to stay home during this period, and they have been there
Perfect.
even during my late night panic attacks. Everything they've handled it like from the scratch. So I couldn't have done this without them.
Great. So this is an absolute teamwork and heartiest congratulations once again to all of you. So Shloka, tell us about your journey. You graduated recently from BJ Medical College, and then this was your first attempt. When did you start using Marrow, and share your Marrow journey with us, please?
Uh, yes, sir. So I started using Marrow from my third prof and all the way
Hmm.
to internship. Like till the end, I was using Marrow. And
Hmm.
initially, I was just doing the main videos from Marrow, but especially in the internship, I started using the revision videos. QBank, I was always doing side by side along with the main videos. So the revision
Hmm.
videos and the PYQs, all that I focused on more during the internship period.
Perfect. So first of all, I want to ask this question and then we're going to dive deeper. But you've been a Marrow user since third year till internship, and that would have meant that an edition would have changed, right?
Yes.
And you said that initially you watched the videos, then you shifted to the revision videos during internship. This is
Yes.
a very common question, and this is what I want to ask from you. How did you deal with that edition shift?
Sir, when I had subscribed Marrow, I got notes of edition 5 when I initially
Okay.
got the note. So
Hmm.
when it went from 5 to 6 to 6.5, I didn't really change it because I thought 6.5 were a bit lengthy as compared to 5, and I was already more than halfway through edition 5. So I didn't feel like
Hmm.
shifting it then. But then it changed to 8, and then I felt that maybe my notes were outdated because the editions of the standard textbooks also changed after that. So for
Right.
edition 8, I did from notes, online notes. Then I didn't order it new because then I thought I'll be just stressed if I have two sets of notes and I have not annotated the other ones. So 8 I
So
did
this
directly from
was
the notes.
just, I'm sorry I'm interrupting. So this was just adding points from 8 online notes to your 5 existing notes.
I didn't annotate it again. No, I then it was not a major change. I felt
Correct.
8 especially was like the concise version of 5. It had a lot of tables, lot of
Mm.
flowcharts, and a lot of the theory points were excluded and like included as tables. So that actually helped me. So I didn't find there was a drastic change between them. So I was able to revise it from 8 as well as I'd done from 5. I didn't face that problem much.
But you didn't get new notes, and that is what I want to highlight. That you should not fall in that FOMO trap. And if the faculties are saying that you can manage with the existing notes by doing these things extra, I think so. One should follow that rather than wasting their time reinventing the entire thing.
Yes, sir, definitely. And that would even add to the stress that you have another new set of notes that you haven't even touched. So I think that would be more stressful rather than adding stuff to your old notes or reading them again. That's equivalent, I think.
Perfect. So let's move on to the videos. You said that you watched the videos during third year and final year, and then you moved to
Yeah.
revision videos during internship.
Yeah.
What was your experience like? Did they help you in your college exams? And any particular video which you recollect, which helped you otherwise, which you would like to mention?
Yes, sir, they definitely. Actually, I relied heavily on the videos even for my prof exams. Like, profs
Mm,
require a lot of theory writing, so you can read them from your books or from your own notes, that's fine. But for concept building, it has always been the main videos from Marrow. And even in internship, although I didn't use the main videos, but I definitely use the main video notes because I shifted to
mm,
revision notes in the last 1 or 2 months, not before that, because I wanted to strengthen my concepts using the main notes first, and I was confident I'll be able to cover that much in a short period of time. So yes, main
fair
videos
enough.
are definitely helpful, but you can't start a new thing in internship. That will just add on to your stress that you haven't done this.
Hello. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, so you were saying that you shifted to the revision videos during internship.
Yeah, revision notes rather. Videos I just watched of the subjects when I was not able to focus. So I had to do passive learning when I was tired after a duty period or something. Otherwise, it was notes.
Perfect. And did you make your own notes or you relied on the printed notes for edition 5 when you initially started off with Marrow?
Initially, sir, yes, I did the notes. Even in the last lap, I did notes. But I had my own notes in the sense it was not a formal note thing, but it was like a WhatsApp chat with myself. So whenever I'm watching a video or reading some notes, if I find something that's really volatile, some table or something, or I really like syndrome, so a syndrome or something, I'll just send it to myself with a pic or something. So that was a very easy for me. It was easy to send. It hardly takes 4 or 5 seconds to send a message. It was a
Great,
searchable
yeah.
format. So I could revise that even during my last month and during my postings as well. So I think that really worked out for me. I found 4 to 5 questions in INI-CET which I was able to answer solely based on my WhatsApp chat. So I think that was productive for me.
Yeah, so I've actually made a video on this that to make these WhatsApp groups with you as the participant, and that is a great revision tool at the end. And I'm so glad that you utilize such a technique. Great, and I think so that's a great revision tool for the last 15 to 20 days.
Yes, sir.
Moving on to the QBank, Shloka, did you start solving the QBank when you were in third and fourth year, or you only approached the QBank during your internship?
No, no, sir. I solved that along with the main videos and notes when I was actually learning the subjects for the first time. And then I used to reset the QBanks if I wanted to solve them again. So yes.
Okay, so if I may ask, when you were doing this in third and fourth year, average number of corrects in each module. I'm not asking percentile, I'm asking percentage of questions correct when you were doing it in third, fourth year. And when you revisited the QBank during internship, did you notice a change in your performance because you had a more
Yes.
holistic view of the subject?
Yes, sir, definitely. And especially like in the third year, I was doing subjects for the first time and I didn't have a backup of the clinical subjects. Like after doing
Hmm.
medicine surgery, I realized that I can solve like a very drastically high number of MCQs from pharmac and patho as well, even ANET after doing surgery. So I didn't have that backup of clinical subjects in the third year. But yes, I definitely saw a change after doing those. So yes, there was a change in the number of corrects.
So I think so that's a very important point, and that's why you need to revisit your Q bank. If you've done it in third, fourth year, like Shloka is saying, once you have a better understanding of the clinical subjects, you need to revisit your Q bank so that you can improve your score. And this is another technique where if you're stagnating in the GTs, your GT score can also go up once you have a better understanding of the clinical subjects. So you solve the entire QBank module, Shloka? All the QBank
Yeah,
modules?
yes, yes. I've solved it at least once or twice, I think, and then I reset it recently. So right now it seems incomplete, but yes, I've solved it.
Okay. You're planning to solve it once more before NEET?
No, no, not again, not the entire thing again. Maybe PYQs and bookmarks to some extent, but not the entire thing.
Will you be appearing for the NEET exam?
Yes, I think I'll just appear for the sake of giving it. Now the forms are filled, prep is done, so
Great. And which subject are you aiming for through this INI-CET?
actually, I haven't made a decision yet. I was relying on the rank that let's see what I'm getting at my rank. So yeah, now I'll decide, I guess.
Perfect. Right. So, moving on to the tests, were you regular with the tests? When did you start doing GTs? And tell us about your GT journey.
So yes, I was regular in the tests, and I started with class tests before I started with GTs to just build some level of confidence. I started at the beginning of final year to attempt GTs,
Okay.
but like on hindsight, I feel that I should have started in third prof as well because like several of my colleagues they started in third prof. Some of my seniors also advised me because like to get a feel of GTs, how to solve it, especially now we are the section wise format, it takes 5 to 10 GTs just to understand the game of solving GTs. And then you go on to improve your score.
Right.
And plus, if you are, I've heard people saying that I'll start giving GTs after I complete my syllabus. But I don't think syllabus can ever get completed. Even today, my syllabus is not completed. I can say confidently it's completed. So
True.
I feel
True.
if you start early and it even gives you an edge that in INI-CET especially, you don't have every question that you know. Like if you think you know every
Hmm.
question, then you are doing something wrong actually. So if you start early without even doing some of the subjects, I think it gives you a good guessing power. Plus,
Hmm.
thinking differently to get to the right option, using other subjects to fill gaps in that subject question. So I think you should give GTs as early as possible and not wait till you complete the syllabus because that's never happening.
True. That's very right. That it's such a vast syllabus that you can never finish it completely. During final year, what was your frequency of giving GTs?
I used to give the live GTs every time. I mostly didn't miss any, and Yeah, some initially at the start of final year, I used to give just bi-weekly GTs every 15 days, the live ones. And then towards the end of final year and starting of internship, I give weekly GTs on Sundays. And like towards the end of internship, yeah, the frequency definitely increased 2 to 3 GTs per day, per week, sorry.
per week? Perfect. Yeah. And what was your strategy to review these GTs? I saw your GT scores were pretty good. There was a slight dip in between, and then you picked it up again. So I want to ask two questions. One, how were you reviewing them? And when that dip came, what measures did you take to again bring up your GT score?
So review, I used to prefer that I review the GTs. Like I used to give GTs like just before they expired, like on the same day in the morning or just before. So the questions are fresh in my mind. So I don't have to evaluate the question again in order to review it. So that used to save a lot of time. And if I didn't have
Hmm.
time, I used to at least review the skipped and the wrong ones right after I see the result. So that will just seeing the wrong ones and review, like if you have say 20, 25 wrong. So it just takes you 1 hour, 1.5 hour max. So at least you know what you did wrong. And then, of course, I used to review the correct ones as well, but just make it a point you review your mistakes immediately once you see the result.
Fair enough. So I think so that's a very you know, good strategy where you save time, where you're just doing the skipped and the wrong ones if you're running short of time. And again, a very smart thing that do it just before it expires so that you get to know the see the result and the answers immediately. Perfect. Again, now my question is that when you had a dip in your GT score, what measures did you take to bring it up again? Or when you were
So
plateauing, what measures did you take to, you know, improve your performance from there?
yes, there's a feature in Marrow, like that was actually a blessing that it showed us the subjects in order of our performance,
Mm-hmm.
in order of percentiles. So my strategy was like you work on the lowest ones, your lowest subjects, and you bring them up. So initially there'll come a time then where all of your percentiles have increased. Like if my medicine was my strongest subject throughout. So it didn't make sense if I kept on reading medicine and medicine. That's not going to improve my score. But anesthesia was something, anesthesia, ortho, those were very volatile for me, and I always found them difficult to remember. So I tried doing those subjects repeatedly, and that got my percentiles up for all the subjects, and ultimately an improvement of my GT scores.
Perfect. So again, I think so. Very sensible strategy. So very clear-headed person, and that's what your mother was saying that you're very focused, and that makes a huge difference in preparation. Perfect. What about other features in Marrow? And before we jump into that, I want to know what was your rank in the mock test which was conducted before the INI-CET exam?
Yes, mock test. Actually, usually in other GTs, my I managed to keep my rank in possibly the top 20. But in mock test, what happened was I got conscious that this is an INI set plus it's a mock test, so it has to be difficult. And Marrow had a twist that it was comparatively on the easier side as compared to GTs. So what I did was I overthought some questions and I psyched myself into choosing the wrong answer, thinking that it's INI set, so it has to be difficult. So what I'm thinking is wrong. And so in that, I scored 177 corrects, and my rank was 33rd, I think. And that was a good rank, but not in the range that I was usually receiving. So that made me really alert during the actual line. I said that you have to take some questions at their face value. So don't psych yourself into choosing the
Right.
wrong answer again. So that really, really helped actually. That flaw
So
actually
that
helped me
actually
in the correct.
pushed you to do one more good revision before the exam and then approach it cautiously.
Yes, and not overthink my options. That was like, if I had not flawed in that mock test, I don't think I would have gotten this rank in the final exam.
Another question which students often ask is how many questions did you attempt in this INI-CET exam?
Sir, I attempted 194. Actually, I was planning to attempt more. But the thing is, like this also, I wanted to say that my system, my PC crashed thrice during the exam. 2 times before
Oh,
starting and 1 time during my section A was ongoing. So there was a bit of an altercation there, and I had to change my system. So I was disturbed, and that's why I had to kind of leave 3 questions in section A. And then I was really
Wow.
cautious about not leaving so many questions. So I left 111 in the next three sections.
Fair enough. So, I mean, despite that, getting such an amazing rank, hats off to you. I mean, that clearly shows that the amount of focus and dedication which you had, and that can only come when you're practicing a test-based scenario regularly and doing GTs regularly in all sorts of situations prepares you for the
Yes,
worst which can happen during the exam.
yes, sir, definitely.
Great. Um, what other features of the Marrow app do you like? Often we are the front face of Marrow, but there's a huge team working behind the scenes to make things smooth for you. What are the other features which you like about the app? If you would want to mention it to all the coders and to other people at the back end.
Yes, sir. The feature I loved the most was that you can actually, like Google, you can search a topic and you directly go to that
Right.
module. Even a
Mm-hmm.
single word, like majority of the things that you search, you can get it. So it was really easy. Even during the last week, if I'm revising something, I'm revising my notes, and I was like, what was the topic? I can't recall something, I can directly go there. So it actually acted like Google for me, and that was really, really good. Bookmark feature was also very good. I was not able to use it effectively because I kept on bookmarking a lot of things. But yes, if you're able to clear them regularly, then it's an amazing feature.
How many did you bookmark initially, and how did you clear them?
I didn't clear them. That was the mistake I did, and I had
Okay.
thousands of bookmarks. I don't even know the real number. So like that didn't work out for me. But if you can actually manage it,
Okay.
then it's a very good feature.
Perfect. What was your last month revision strategy leading up to the exam?
So
And
in
the
last
reason why
month,
I'm
I
asking this is because there are 20 days left for the NEET-PG exam. So I think some students can gain insights from this last month strategy of yours.
Yes, sir. In the last month, I did revision notes, PYQs, and my notes. That's it. Nothing more.
Okay, so when you mentioned PYQs, this time what I noticed in the INI-CET exam that there were a lot of topics which were repeated, right? Almost 80% of the topics were repeated, but the options were very confusing, and the options they really went in depth. So just
Yes.
PYQs might not be useful. You have to gain in-depth knowledge of the topic. And how did you manage to do that? By reading the explanations or something extra as well?
No, I read the explanations, but sir, as you said, PYQs directly, like I couldn't find many PYQs as it is. And
Mm.
yes, so this time it was like PYTs were covered, but PYT is a
Mm.
very wide term. Like TB is a PYT, and I like 100 questions could be framed from TB alone. So if you see a
True.
question, if you see it repeated several times, then consider it as a PYT. A single question 10 years ago does not count as a PYT. So it doesn't make sense to waste your time. Otherwise, PYTs is just entire syllabus. So those random questions, those extreme questions, they are meant to be skipped. So don't consider them as
Right.
PYTs. But if you see a topic being repeated again and again, like trauma in surgery is always asked, and 90% of the time the answer is airway management. So that is something you're supposed to do before you go to the exam. So I did my PYQs, but the extreme ones I just left. Like this won't be repeated again, and if it's repeated, this is the answer. I don't have to go to the depth of the topic. So I did that. And in INI-CET, this time it was not very easy to rule out options because there were so many multiple corrects. If you know,
Yeah.
like normally in four option situation, you'll just like you can rule out two of them and just take a lucky guess and you'll get them right. This was a bit difficult. So you had to take a leap of faith in several questions this time because
Perfect.
having such an
Perfect.
in-depth knowledge of all topics is just not practical at this stage.
Okay, so one final question from my side. You are going to appear for the NEET-PG exam. Supposing you
Yes.
didn't get this rank, what will you now do in the next 20 days?
Next 20 days, sir, I think I'll still go for revision videos, means revision notes. I don't really do videos
Hmm.
and
Okay,
PYQs
notes.
and my notes because I don't believe in like going for new stuff
Yeah.
again, especially just before the exam. So I've done this once for INI-CET. I think I'll repeat it for NEET PG and just make note of the points that I had missed earlier. That's it. Nothing more, nothing extreme now.
Perfect. Very logical advice. Thank you very much, Shloka. It's been an absolute pleasure talking to you. You are such a sorted girl, clear plan in mind, and you've executed it to perfection. That's why we got such a great rank. Heartiest congratulations once again to you and your family. Thank you very much for talking to us.
Thank you so much, sir.
Right.